What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nyma. For any of you guys that are new here, I've actually gained quite a few subscribers recently. We're almost at 800,000, so if you're new here, welcome. And also, Happy New Year's. This is my first video of 2019 and we are starting it out with a bang. We're starting it out with Fenty and their new complexion products, so I'm really excited about that. So I also wanted to let you guys know I am a little behind on getting this review out for you guys. I don't live in LA, I live down south in Dallas, Texas. So I just want to let you guys know that no matter what, I will always do a review for you guys, even if a company doesn't send me products, because some companies are a little funny sometimes. They don't like to send me complexion products, but that's not the case here with Fenty today. So just want to let you guys know that if I don't ever get anything in PR, I will always buy it the day that it releases, and I will get a full and honest review up for you guys. So don't ever worry if I'm just running a little late. It's mostly because either the package hasn't gotten to me yet or I just was never shipped that package, but I will always buy it if you guys are definitely interested in seeing it. I'm gonna go ahead and jump us straight into this video. I do have the entire Fenty Beauty PR package here. It's got the foundations and concealers there, and then the powders, the little brushes, has a compact mirror, and these are the sponges that come with it. So I pretty much have everything to kind of test out and give you guys a full first impressions on the new foundations, because they did extend the new foundations from 40 shades to 50 shades. They added 10 new shades. And then I'm going to do the concealers and the powders, which I'm super excited about the powder because powder's just been a struggle. It's been a struggle. I was $4.90 the first time they came out with the foundations, and now they have $4.95 and $4.98. All right, so these are the three darkest shades. It starts with $4.90, $4.95, and then $4.98, which $4.98 definitely seems a bit darker. I know I had some friends of mine that said that the original launch of the Fenty wasn't deep enough because they're more closer to around the skin tone on my face. If you were as deep as the skin tone on my face and even all over, then the $4.90 definitely wouldn't have been a match for you. So I'm glad that they did extend and go deeper. I'm gonna go ahead and swatch these last three shades here. I guess I'll swatch them on my chest. This one is $4.90. And I've already done a full review on this shade. If you guys haven't seen it yet, I'll link it down below in the description. Okay. So this is $4.95. My dog is so annoying. She does this every single time I film. $4.98, which I think would be a much closer match to my face. A little bit more neutral than I'm used to. Based off of what I see right now, I might mix some foundations together. This one looks really orange. Holy crap. Like $4.95 looks really orange. Even on my chest, it looks really orange. I'll leave these on here just until they like fully dry. I'm gonna prime my face with the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Primer. I'm gonna mix $4.98 and $4.90 to kind of get a good balance on my face and my chest instead of just choosing one way or the other. All right, so the middle is the mix and the dots on the side are $4.98 and $4.90. With this foundation, you have to move fast. It says it has a soft matte finish, but it definitely does dry down pretty fast. So I should have probably done one side at a time, to be honest. So I'm just gonna go ahead and blend that in with the Fenty Beauty foundation brush. This looks really good. It's blending in really nicely. All right, hey. This is a good mix between the two. So this foundation claims to be a soft matte finish that is lightweight and medium to full coverage. It's sweat proof and oil free. Looks really good right now. I mean, it's not ideal that I have to mix, but this looks really good. This is what I was expecting in $4.95. $4.95? You're just a little too orange. What do you guys think? It looks really good, huh? Let me know down below what you guys think of the mix. So now we're going in with concealers. I have the same 3 shades, 490, 495, and 498. But with these concealers, the corresponding foundation shade in the concealer is not supposed to be an exact match. It's supposed to complement the foundation. So I guess meaning you're not gonna get exact 498 match in the concealer. That one's 498, which yeah, it's definitely not as dark as 498 in the foundation. And then we've got 495 there. I wonder if these kind of act like the foundations too, if they need some time to dry down so you can see the actual shade. But the concealers claim to be sweat proof, crease proof, full coverage, and long wear. Honestly, I think I could go with 498 underneath my eyes. It's not as dark as the foundation, so I think I could go with that 498. 490 might be a little too light underneath my eyes, and then I'm just scared to use 495. But 498 is probably gonna be my concealer shade. One of the main complaints, of course, that I have with the concealer is it's not something I can contour with. You guys know that's one of my biggest grievances with concealers that try and double as like a sculpting, highlighting, and contour concealer. But I would prefer if it did have shade deep enough for me to contour with or do something with in the contour slash sculpting range, but that's definitely not the case here. 498 is definitely a highlight shade for me. I think I said the exact same thing about the matchsticks when they came out, because the matchsticks claim to be multifunctional and they weren't fully multifunctional. I'm just gonna be honest with you guys, like there's no point in lying. I have to keep saying stuff like this or else it's never gonna change. This is definitely full coverage. Yep. And hopefully it holds up on the crease proof because I need it to. I have really creasy under eyes, so hopefully crease proof is a real thing. It's a very thick consistency. Yeah, that's a pretty under eye shade for me. It doesn't seem to dry down as fast as the foundation does, so that's good. It gives you time to blend out. I'm just gonna blend out the edges with the foundation brush. Make sure I don't extend it too far down. All right, now to the powders. I have 2 shades here. This one is in the shade Nutmeg, and then I have this one here in the shade Coffee, which I think that would look better underneath my eyes. I was hoping it would be more of like something I could use all over the face, but we'll see. I think I might do it underneath my eyes with a sponge and then all over my face with like the fluffy powder brush that they have. This is what the concealers look like on my hand, so they definitely don't dry down like the foundation, so just keep that in mind. So I'm gonna put Nutmeg underneath this eye, and then if it doesn't look good, I'll go back over it with the Coffee shade. So this one's Nutmeg. Doesn't look bad, but it definitely altered it a tad. Made it a little bit brighter. But I think it claims that it's supposed to brighten, so it might be on track with what it claimed. It said it brightens and sets for long wear with no flashback. So I will give you guys a flash test as well. Let's go ahead and go into Coffee. Definitely mattifying. I don't know. Okay, I'm comparing it to my Joe Blasco setting powder, the one that you guys have seen me use a lot recently, and I'm just comparing it to this, which is definitely very deep. Yeah, my Joe Blasco powder is just a little bit deeper than the Coffee in the Fenty. So maybe that's why I feel like it looks funny underneath my eyes, because this definitely does really good things for my under eyes and doesn't look so bright underneath my eyes. But why? All right, I'm gonna definitely spray with some setting spray right now. I just feel like this powder, I think the powder is gonna be a no-go for me. I'm gonna use the Morphe Continuous Setting Spray. Maybe it's just one of those powders that needs to be lightly dusted underneath the eyes. But I've set my under eyes by pushing the powder in with a bunch of different under eye powders. I'm just gonna take this dark eyeshadow and just use it to kind of give my face a little contour. That's also kind of helping with the under eye situation, so that's good. Okay, I'm just gonna be honest right now. I am not feeling this powder underneath my eyes. I'm not at all. But we're gonna keep moving on. I'm gonna do the rest of my face really quickly off camera because it's just gonna take too long. I'm just gonna do some brows, maybe some blush and highlight, and then I'll come back and I'll show you guys what the full face looks like. Alrighty guys, so I went ahead and finished the rest of my face off camera. I did brows, a little bit of a simple eye, and a vampy lip. So I'm gonna go ahead and wear this for a couple of hours, maybe like give it a full wear test so I can see how the concealer performs underneath my eyes with the powder, and I'll go ahead and come back and give you guys a flash test. So I'll be right back in a few hours and I guess we'll see how this held up. I do think I was able to achieve a pretty good balance between my chest and my face. I just wish I didn't look so cakey in this general area and around my mouth. That's the only thing that's bothering me. And I didn't look cakey before the powder. So yeah, it doesn't feel cakey at all. Like, it feels very lightweight, but it looks a little cakier than I would like. We'll see how they perform throughout the day, and I will be back in just a little bit. Alrighty guys, so I am back. I am about 7 hours in to wearing this foundation. It's almost 1 a.m. in the morning. So from what I can tell, about 7 hours in, it really doesn't look that bad. I got shiny just like in the normal area that I get shiny, around my nose and like this little area right here. But it really doesn't look bad for 7 hours. I think it held up pretty nicely. Under this eye, it didn't crease and settle in as much. It under my crease is creased, but it didn't settle into the fine lines. This one, it kind of separated a little bit more. Let me see if you can see that. Hopefully, I should get my other lens out for this. This one creased and settled in just a little bit more. My laugh lines did not crease as much as I was expecting them to crease. You guys know, if you guys watched a bunch of my foundation reviews, my main problem areas are my under eyes and my smile lines, and they don't look bad at all. So yeah, I honestly think that the concealer, and I'm guessing the powder, kind of as a duo, really helped to make them all stay in place. So that's really good. You guys already know how I feel about the foundation. I already like the foundation. I like the shade 498 because a friend of mine didn't really get a chance to really match herself in the Fenty foundation, but now that there's a 498, I'm hoping that it'll be a closer match to her and her face and overall body, because she has a pretty even skin tone overall. My only issues are with the concealer not really being deep enough to use as a contour, and with the powders. I really was not a fan of the powders. I feel like it made me look a little bit more cakey than I would want to look, and I went ahead and took a flash test. There was no flashback on the powders, but you could kind of tell what I was talking about a little bit more on the cakiness of it. I just feel like I look more like foundation-y than skin, you know? I probably wouldn't use the powders again. I'll definitely use the concealers again, and if I feel like mixing, I'll use the 498 and the 490, but 495 was just too orange for me. It looked very, very orange. I also think that they come in sample sizes, which is really cool. So you can pretty much buy 2 shades for the price of 1 if you are in the predicament like me of mixing the foundations together. So yeah, I think that's pretty much all I have for this video. I really hope you guys have enjoyed it. By this time, I think Fenty will already be available for you guys. So if you guys want to check it out, I'll have my video up at a decent time so you guys can watch it. before you get your purchases. I haven't gotten the Morphe foundations yet, but as soon as I get them, I will go ahead and put the review up for you guys. I know you guys are wanting me to review that foundation as well. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you guys have enjoyed this video and it's been helpful for you guys. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already and turn on your notifications. We are almost at 800K. If you haven't done so already, make sure you join the family. I think we might hit it overnight, so we'll see, crossing our fingers. And then we're on our way to that million, so make sure you go ahead and click the subscribe button. Thank you guys so much for watching. Lots of love, and I'll see you guys next time.